answers to the questions women have been desperate to understand. After reading through all the material, I felt like I'd stumbled upon the atomic bomb in the battle of the sexes. If women got a hold of this information and really understood it, if women really understood what men thought about and talked about when they were alone, if women really got what it was like to be a guy, why guys act the way they do, what guys really want, it could change everything. Teaching this stuff would be like giving women superpowers, washing away decades or even centuries of backbiting and fights and anger, stopping stupid arguments in their tracks, and arming women with the information they need to finally have the amazing, powerful, loving relationships they've always wanted. Sitting there looking at my secret survey results, I knew I had a very important choice to make. I could do what I'm supposed to do as a guy, what every other guy has done your entire life. I could bury the truth, smile and nod whenever women ask me questions, feed women the patronizing party line about guys thinking about nothing. Or I could invite women to know the truth about men, what we really think about, what we really want, why we lie, why we look at other women, what we talk about when you're not around. Eventually, I realized there wasn't any choice to make at all. I knew I needed to share these survey results. I knew I needed to give them away to any woman brave enough to listen and smart enough to accept them. But that led me to a whole other problem. I knew that just giving this material away without telling you how to use it would be like giving a hand grenade to a baby and telling her to go out and play. The survey results I had, the stories, the questions, the comments, were dirty and raw and brutal. When talking about how they feel, most guys are downright dumb and just didn't have the language to really explain what they meant or why they acted the way they did. If I just gave this stuff to women on its own, I'd be doing more harm than good. I'd scare women away. So over the next few weeks, I got to work like a man possessed. I took every detail about what I knew about men, how we think, what we want, why we lie and cheat, why monogamy is so hard, what we really want in bed but could never say. I took all of the deep questions women had asked me about how men really feel about women, why men are so bad at communicating, why men bottle up their feelings and never share. I took everything men desperately want women to understand and accept about men, our deep, dirty desires, our hopes and fears and wants and needs, and I wore my fingers to the bone, creating a step-by-step training program out of it. 8 deep, powerful, and brutally honest lessons presented in written form, audio, and video that answered the big questions women have been wanting to know for years about what really goes on in men's minds. Plus all the dirty, secret material men are desperate to reveal to women and to have women understand, but are absolutely petrified to ever say out loud. All combined into an exclusive training program I proudly call The Secret Survey, What Men Desperately Want You to Know, but will never tell you. When it was done, I revealed this program to a very small, select group of my best friends and best customers. Jennifer said, "Mike, I went through the material twice. It's fabulous. It was tough to read the first time, but the second read-through I was in a better frame of mind to accept what you were telling me, and it makes total sense." Mary said, "If I'd received this material years ago, it would have saved my marriage, kept me from years of heartache, helped me avoid dating bad guys, and would have helped me find the one years earlier than I did." And Becca said, "I loved this. There is some amazing information here that is invaluable to the female gender." And the men I showed this program were shocked, aghast, a little bit angry, but most of all, hopeful. Hopeful that thanks to this program, women would finally, truly understand what it's really like to be a guy. Flat out, here's my promise to you. If you can log into a website and put aside your pride, you can learn the honest, dirty truth about what goes on in the minds of men and transform your relationship with guys forever in just 30 short days. Here's what you'll discover when you enroll in the Secret Survey program. You'll learn why men are like dogs and you're a bad owner, how to interpret man-speak, the real reason men are so hard to understand. Plus, I'll teach you how to use projective empathy to know exactly what's going on in a man's head, even if he barely knows what he's thinking himself. Next, you'll learn why men lie to women they love. I'll teach you the 3 reasons men lie to women and the simple conversational tricks you can use to cause any man to open up to you in 5 minutes flat, even if he's been locked up like Fort Knox for years. Ever wonder why the man in your life just doesn't compliment you or pursue you anymore? I'll show you how you may have accidentally emotionally castrated your man, and how to create a basis of incredible truth, honesty, and communication in any relationship you get into. The biggest question women asked in the survey was, does he really love me? You'll learn the straight and honest truth about how men really feel about the women in their lives, and what he actually says about you when you're not around. Now, this material is not for the faint of heart, but will open your eyes forever to the emotional truth of men. Next, you'll learn why he looks at other women, what it says about you, and how he feels about you when he looks at and lusts after other women, even your friends. Plus, you'll learn how to drag a wandering eye back to you with the power of an irresistible electromagnet. You'll also learn the truth about men and cheating, why men cheat on women they truly do love, what goes on in men's minds when they cheat, what it means about how he feels about you when he cheats, and exactly what to do to cheat-proof your relationship and keep your man faithful and focused on you without destroying the trust your relationship needs to survive. In the Reflected Glory lesson, I'll give you a guided tour through a man's mind and tell you what he really thinks about when he looks at you and what your appearance means to him. Does he want you to be skinny like a supermodel? Does he care that you've gained a few pounds? Using the survey results, I'll give you the absolute truth to every question and insecurity you've ever had about your appearance. And finally, we'll talk about sex. What men really want in bed, why most men would never admit their deepest fantasies to a woman, and how to have your man sexually obsessed with you, willing to try anything you want, and thinking of you as his pin-up fantasy girl, even if you're overweight or don't like your body now.